Hello, hope you're having a good day. I'm TR Rose of Meow About Cosplay. Welcome to the third part of my series of handmade Deltarune plushies. If you've been following along, I've created 2 plushies so far that match the official Ralsei plush from Fangamer. The first video was how to make the Light World version of Kris. The second video was how to make the Light World version of Susie. And now this video is going to be on making the Light World version of Noelle. Now, this plushie is more complicated than the previous 2 because there's a few elements of her design that have to change. If you're following along or you'd like to give plush making a try, Kris is the easiest one to start with. This starts with a very basic human style pattern. You don't have to make any changes to the basic body or head, you just have to make the clothes and the hair. And in fact, if you're putting the hair covering the face, which is accurate to the design, you don't even have to make eyes. All you really need is a line straight across for the mouth. So this is a good one to start with. Susie was a little bit more complicated because she doesn't have a human head. Her body is roughly the same as the one I used for Kris. It is scaled a bit larger, and of course she has a tail, but her head is different, but it comes directly from a pattern that is a free pattern from Chole Knight to make a Godzilla. So that again is pretty straightforward. Noelle's a little different because instead of having human style feet or shoes, she has hooves. Her head shape is different. Instead of being round, it is much more tall and narrow. So that's going to require some adjustments as well. And furthermore, her Light World clothes are a lot more complicated. While Kris has a stripe across their shirt, Noelle's vest has a checkerboard pattern, which is a lot more complicated and requires a lot more effort. So here's Noelle all finished up. This was definitely a lot more figuring out. I wouldn't start with this one. If you are interested in trying to make your own, start with the first video, start with Kris, see if this is something you enjoy doing, and then you can see about adjusting the pattern to change some of these elements around. For the vest, I made a decision that instead of having the pattern exactly the same on the front and the back, I would alternate the pattern so that the checkerboard pattern goes all the way around. I actually think the Dark World version of Noelle is going to be a lot easier because her costume is much simpler. Instead of having all these little checks, it's just a plain white angel robe. Maybe I'll do a capelet like I did on my cosplay, maybe I'll just add a hood, but it's much simpler of a design. The other thing that I plan to do is to slightly change up the face. If you look closely at the sprites, she's always smiling in the light world, but in the dark world, she's not having such a good time. And if you're doing the weird route, it is quite obvious that she's not having a good time. Since I took the time to figure out the deer style pattern elements, I think the next one I do is going to be Noelle's big sister Des. Now, she doesn't have an official design. We can get some hints as to what she looks like based on the clothes in her closet, but I think it would be a fun thing to add a Des plush to this set. You know, there's nothing quite like making unofficial plushies of characters that don't even have an official design. But the character's very interesting, she's very mysterious, and I think even if we maybe can't bring her home in the game, maybe I can give an alternate good future of giving Noelle her big sister back. So thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you're enjoying this series. I hope you'll come back for the next video as well. And most importantly, I hope you learned something, hope you had fun, and I hope we'll see you in the next one. Take care.